You can get tabs and backing tracks for this lesson if you go to www.ericaugenguitar.com. Let's talk now about the equipment I'm using in this clip. This is my beloved G&L ASAT Classic. It's a late 90s, early 2000s USA model. These are the stock pickups. I'm in the bridge pickup. Going into my board, I'm using my Strymon Deco with the saturation about 3/4 up for some nastiness. Going into my Strymon Flint for some reverb in the room. Not using my Silvertone today, I'm a little further over. I'm using my Tweed Pro clone with the Weber Alnico 15-inch speaker, recorded with the SE Electronics X1R ribbon mic, going into a cloud lifter, going into the ART tube preamp, going into my Tascam DR40, going into GarageBand later on to scoop out probably anything below 60 Hertz, and then probably, knowing me, I'll use Valhalla Effects plate reverb for just a little bit of kind of glue everything together kind of room sound. This lesson is kind of a hybrid picking workout type thing that was a student of mine gave me the idea for this or asked me to do. My friend James, he was like, hey, let's talk about chicken picking. Now, I don't purport to be an expert chicken picker, but I know a little bit about it. Let's discuss. The essential progression is G, G, C, la 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 la, C, la 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 la, D, and then C, and then G. So that's just, a good workout. Typically, whenever I learn a cool trick or work out some lick, I take it around some kind of 1-4-5 progression, be it in major or minor. That was a good tip I picked up from one of my professors at Berkeley, Mike Ide, he was a great teacher, and that's where I got that idea. So, what we got here, I'm visualizing this chord. Most of what I do is based off of bar chord shapes. All my cool tricks and fills tend to come from these very foundational shapes that we all know and love. So this is a G bar chord shape. I am aiming for the 4 and the 3 there. That's very, Steve Cropper. So I'm sliding into that 4 there. I could come from the 3. Probably knowing me, I tend to come from the 2. And then, yes, I have my pick on that 4. And if you can see that the bird, the middle finger, is on popping that 3 up top. And notice, I am staccato. I catch him at the end. I don't go. I could, but not for this. Then I'm just going to back that up. Can we see everything? Yeah. I'm going to back it up to 2 and 1, which is just implying a G7 chord. Same sequence. And then this is just a blues thing. So that is, there I am on the 5 of my D. Flatten it out to get the 5 on the G and the B. And again, look at these guys. That's a cool lick. So yeah, they popped. I want to make sure we can see everything. So they popped it. It hits that 5 again. I go flat out to the 3s. I think we can see, yeah. And then these ones are still here. They're going to pop it, and I'm going to hammer with my middle finger onto the 4. And yeah, it does help to kind of let your nails get a little bit long for fingerstyle or hybrid picking guitar. Definitely helps to catch the strings, but I know some of my students don't have nails, and they seem to be able to do it just fine, just kind of digging in with the pads of their fingers, so that works too. So that whole lick. Then all I do is the exact same thing to a C chord shape up here. So I'm centered around this 8th fret, root 6 bar chord, aiming for it. I see that note there. I'm going to come 2 frets below it, that is 7th fret. how is that chord? Yep. Take the same idea. I see you. I can see you. Aiming for 2 frets below that. I see you. I moved back to C. And then this is just a hotshot lick that I've had sitting around for a while that I just didn't know what to do with. So I was like, yay, I finally have a use for it. Sometimes, I mean, you know, that was like one afternoon watching Arrested Development, sitting there like, what just happened there? So let's break that down. That's vaguely a G blues thing. Okay, first half. So I'm using that flat 5. I am hammering on from 5 to 6. And actually, I don't hybrid pick this first half. That's the first thing. Even that's cool. First half. Now I'm going to come down. Now it's, you know, 6 to 3. And then going to come back down these. That's right. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I have to play it fast and then play it slow. That's the first half of the lick. Now even that's pretty cool. Now that's the first half. And then there's a little double pull-off, 5-3-0. And here's the magic of G, because I'm in G. It's a similar lick. There's my 4th degree of the scale. There's my flat 5. And now I am going to hybrid pick. So that was 3, hammer to 4. Yep. Open, open, 3-0. And look at these guys over here. Can we see them? Again, there's one episode of The Office in itself. Like that's, yeah, when I say these things, I mean like, yeah, go grab your guitar, sit on the couch, put on some TV, and just do a lick for a half hour. Let's see, so we got, what was that? Yeah. Now I'm going to get out of it. Sliding out of that 4-3 to 1, and then I'm still doing, yeah. So that is 3, 3, 3. And what just happened? That's right. Yeah, I popped it when I did that 1 to 2 slide. I popped the G with the middle finger. So let me try and play that at a human speed. That's the lick. That's pretty cool. That is really fun to play once you get it. Now, the progression comes around again, and so I do a similar thing, but like with low sixths. So again, that's what my brain sees. I just happen to know that I can put an inversion here. That is 7, and there's 5. I can back it up. That's the lick now, which is pretty similar. It's just an octave lower variant. And that's the way my brain works. If I find a lick, I work really hard to see if I can do it an octave lower, to see if I can do it on different chords, to see if I can do it backwards, if I can do it forwards. I'd always rather get the most out of whatever I know than add to it, because I just don't have much more room in my brain. But I am very creative, so whatever's in there, I can do a lot with. So there we go. 5 and 7, 3 and 5, 2, O. Really a 1 to 2, but it's it's fast. And again, watch the popping. Here's a C chord. I'm going to do the same thing, 7 and 5. There it is again. And now you catch me, I might go. There's a chicken, because that's a choke. On that means these ones are there. I just get it. That's where you hear that. And then, I hope that makes sense. Again, aiming for that 2 there. Because that's the third of the C chord. Ta-da! Here's a D, same lick. Now I knew that I wasn't going to have the option to get to a third where I wanted it, so that's where I ended up. 7, 7, 9, 5, no, 7, 5, and then yeah, 4, 7, 4. Goes back to the C. And then I had to come up with a different fill, or a different kind of like cool turnaround lick. And that's just descending sixths. That's a G chord. That is, there's my G, which is the 8, 9. And check this out. This is something that people don't realize you can do with sixes, is that you can kind of do a U, then U, and that's a country guitar player trick. You can get a lot more like kind of note attack. You get, rather than just, or it's kind of cool. It makes for like, whoa, what's happening? But it's just a trick. There's a lot of stuff with guitar that's just a trick. So I'm going from that 8 and 9 down to 6 and 7, down to 5 and 5. And then I kind of, click it over quickly. Just, okay, yeah, making sure that my recorder's still going. That's actually landing on a C chord. There's the first half of it. I hope that makes sense. And then here's a G chord here, aiming for those 2 there. That's also something you can do in country, these chromatic descending sixths. So. That's neat. Yeah. It's kind of weird at the end, the way I get out of it. Yeah, because there's a little 3 and an O. Let's see, watch this hand when I do it. Fun sounds. I think I covered the whole thing. I hope that that was cool and interesting and helpful for you. Do I have any concluding notes for it? I guess I would just say good luck. Thanks for watching.